today we are going to talk about policies and rules. This is the next section on your Airbnb listing, and we will talk you through how we utilize and use this section. So the first part you can see here is the policies. So cancellation policies first. Usually we use firm cancellation policy. For this apartment, we've set it to the moderate, but in general, it depends on your apartment and how strict you want to be. I think the firm is the most reasonable one, but we generally set it to the firm so people can get partial refund if they cancel early enough. So it usually, one thing to keep in mind that is a pro tip is that if you get a cancellation on Airbnb, I feel like Airbnb gives you like a secret boost. So if you get a cancellation, like a last minute cancellation, chances are that you will get booked right away. It could be some magic. I don't know how it happens, but generally speaking, from our past experiences where we have had a cancellations, it was somehow booked within a day or two. So generally speaking, we would advise you not to be super strict with your cancellation policies. So the firm is the most optimal one. If someone cancels and you take half of their reservation amount and you still get to rent it out, you will make like extra additional maybe 20-30% on your booking. So it's pretty good. We would advise you to keep it at firm. In this case, it's a summer season, it's a peak season, so we can get away with moderate, but in general, for most of our bookings, we set it as firm. So next one is Instabook. You always want to enable Instabook. This boosts your visibility on Airbnb. I know some people are more cautious, but without this, your ranking takes a big hit on Airbnb, I feel like. So you should enable Instabook and then maybe restrict it down here. The only one restriction that matters to us is that the guest has recommendations from other hosts. If other hosts have given the guest good recommendations, that's good enough for us. If you feel like you need more reassurance, you can enable the ID or pre-booking message. I would not advise you to do pre-booking message, but you can, I guess, enable the ID as well. Check-in time, we usually do 3 p.m. That's pretty normal. Sometimes if you need more time, you can put a 4 p.m. Checkout is 12 p.m. So this is 3-hour window that is enough for our cleaners to do the job and get the apartment ready. You have to really work with your cleaning crew. If they're having a problem managing the apartment in 3 hours, they need to make this window longer. So either move down the checkout to 11 a.m., depending on the locations around the world. Usually you would know what time do people check out at a certain location. Some countries like earlier checkouts and others like at noon. In our country, people are checking out usually at noon. So it's hard to push it down. And the check-in, 3 p.m. check-in is usually okay for people. The pro tip that we also learned from Sean or maybe from other YouTube channel is that you have like a 1 or 2 cleaners and you're having a hard time managing your cleaning process. So what you can do is you can have one apartment from like 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. and then another one from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So it doesn't coincide, but it has an overlap. So in that case, your cleaning crew can clean that early apartment first and then the late apartment second. Also, there's another tip that we use is that before checkout, we ask the guests at what time they're checking out. We'll show this in a quick messages video that we're going to make. But generally, you always want to know at what time your guest is checking in and checking out. If you have this information, you can manage the cleaning, the check-in process, checkout process much better. It really helps your cleaning crew, basically, and your operations team will love you for this. And the way to get this information is to send an automated message to the guest. So in case they reply back at what time they're checking out, then that information you can use to run your operations smoother. This is a pro tip that we wanted to give you. House rules. There are certain house rules. Is it suitable for children? Yes. And then there's additional house rules. This is a somewhat important section that you should pay attention to. So all the restrictions here, and then there's a section for like fees. Smoking $30, late checkout $20, lost keys $20, pet fee $70 in our case. We don't enforce these things. The only thing that we would enforce here is $70 pet fee, because we don't allow pets and our cleaning crew cannot clean the apartments after we had the pets in them. So we don't allow this. This is just a precaution. We don't enforce that. We don't waste our nerves on enforcing any of these fees. We try to focus on the positive side of the business. If you go against the guests and try to like get this money out of them, chances are they will retaliate. So in general, we try not to enforce this. We also don't allow any late checkouts. Like it's a hard no for us, no matter what the circumstances are. Our cleaning crew is very dialed in, and it really screws up their process. And also they're working for other people as well, so we have to manage their time and respect their time. So we don't let any late checkouts or early check-ins. Lots of the times clients come to us and ask us, can I check in at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. when the check-in is 3 p.m.? That is a hard no for us. Like it's a hard no. We might offer them to leave their baggage, but we specifically ask them not to hinder in any way our cleaning crew or disrupt our cleaning crew, and let them clean the apartment properly. If we are letting the guest in early, we are telling them explicitly, don't hinder cleaning process in any way or shape or form. We've had in the past situation where people would talk to our cleaning crew saying like, everything is fine, it looks great, leave, and they would find some problem, and then we would it was a big hassle. So we don't let any people check in early or like check out late. And if they're leaving their baggage, we explicitly tell them to not mess with the cleaning process and make sure our cleaning crew has enough time to clean to our standards so that we get 5-star reviews. Ultimately, your goal needs to be to get a 5-star review from every client. If you get that, then you can really charge up and jack up your prices. If you're getting, we'll talk about the reviews process later on in our other videos, but that should be your goal for every reservation. Your goal should be to get 5-star review. And then guest requirements, photo required. This really doesn't make a difference because people can put in fake photos, so I would not enable this. And then you have a section for local laws, and this is it pretty much for this section. So this is all we wanted to say in this video. So hopefully you find this content useful. We usually try to put 1 or 2 things that might be useful takeaways for even experienced guests. So we hope you find this information interesting and useful to you, and it makes your listings better and your operations better. If you do like this video and if you find our content useful, please like it. It will help us a lot. Please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions, again, write them down in the comments section, and we will be answering each and every one of your questions. Thank you very much and have a great day. Cheers.